we go. So yeah, I was just listening to one guy in regards to Josephus and in regards to the disputed line of Josephus. Like because Josephus wouldn't write like that and all that. I would disagree. It's interesting how they but we have found this Arabic manuscripts. Oh, and here we have, where it hasn't been, tinkered with. Oh, really? Oh, really? So you have one manuscript from the Arabs who deny that Jesus is God. And, so you have the right, the real, the real authentic thing. Oh, really? I'm just like, you got it from the Arabs, Arabic, the manuscripts. You think that maybe an Arabic translator might actually toy around with it, But yet, they do the opposite, right? No, the Arabic must be the original, and the others, would be the fakes. I would disagree with that. I
incorporate that right.
I think Josephus actually was, he had some very interesting, when Jesus was talking about that, that there were Jews that actually understood that he was the Messiah and yet didn't proclaim it and all that. I think Josephus might have been in that category, so he actually kind of understood things but he kind of didn't really, he wasn't maybe a full-blown Christian and all that, but, he might actually have understood that this guy and who he was and all that. But anyway, this theory and we have this Arabic manuscripts and that's the more correct one. Why? Well, because people, couldn't believe that Josephus could write something like that about Jesus, right? Because he was a Jew. Or maybe he was like one of these Jews that actually understood and yet didn't want to fully proclaim it, and yet, he had to be somewhat honest in regards of things and all that. But anyway, like that, that's another place where Josephus write about things which usually is not talked about. That is a very interesting place. And that also seems like very Christian in its nature. So let's see if I can find it here. I think it's on the Trinity with a twist. Let's see here. Josephus. Do I have like Josephus somewhere in the quotation? Should be somewhere. Maybe it's in the quotes, Quotes and notes, right? Okay, this is what Josephus writes, and this is not usually talked about. This was something I found when I was reading on some other things that is, Josephus. For all men, the just as well as the unjust, shall be brought before God the Word. God the Word. For to him hath the Father committed all judgment, and he, in order to fulfill the will of his Father, shall come as judge, whom we call Christ. Josephus, first century historian and Jew, adopted as a Roman citizen. It's very, very Christian in nature, of course. The Christianity, in some sense, it comes from, the Jews. So we also have very Christian-like things before Jesus was around, which now is found in the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that. And it's very Christian-like because it's Jewish, thing that they kind of, understood and believed. And so could Josephus have written anything in regards of the other two things that is, where at least one of them is disputed and all that? Yeah, I think he could. It doesn't say Jesus here in regards of God the Word and all that, but he is talking about God the Word. So have the God the Word It's an interesting word choice as well, right? God the Word. So, but I guess, John uses, right, the Word that was God and was made flesh and all that, and was with God and all that. It might have been a more prevalent Jewish thing to understand and all that, overall. So it's an interesting word choice we have here. God the Word. Like you just instantly think, right, in regards of the New Testament, God the Word. Well, who's the God the Word? Well, of course, Jesus is God the Word. For to him had the Father committed all judgment. So we have God the Word and we have the Father. How many? Like two, right? Yeah. And he, in order, and I should actually have fixed that in capital letters. And he, in order to fulfill the will of his, because, divinity and all that, right? And he, in order to fulfill the will of his Father, shall come as judge, whom we call Christ. Yeah, and of course, Jesus is going to come as judge in the future. So anyway, it's just an interesting quote. So what about the two others? I think they're authentic. I don't think we need to go to the Arabs who deny that Jesus is God and all that. I think Josephus might actually have been as I guess they call it, a crypto Christian. A secret Christian. I think he might have known that Jesus was the Messiah. And although he might not have wanted to proclaim it because there were Jews that understood that Jesus was the Messiah, but because they loved, the praise of men more than the praise of God, they rejected him anyway. Even if they knew it actually was him, and yet they rejected him. So, yeah, it's a strange thing, Like how it's like in regards to, if you know that this guy is like kind of, that's the Messiah, why wouldn't you run after him? No, you want to be able to come to the synagogues and all that, and you don't want to be seen, looked down upon or belittled and all that, right? Yeah, so, but the scholars are kind of compromising, I think, in regards to it. I should actually fix the two other quotes from Josephus, and that's maybe more in there. I haven't read all of Josephus' books. Could have been interesting to do, but I haven't done that. He is talking a lot about biblical history, well, real history, really. So, it would just be a what's called rehash of things. And it's always nice to have, as long as it is about the truth, right? So there might be some more things that maybe the scholars haven't picked up on. I don't know, but I never hear anyone talking about that little quote there that I found in probably one of the documents that is not usually read. I think that was an interesting quote. Because it's like it points out that Josephus understood the plurality of God, God the Word and the Father. That's two. That's at least two, right? Yeah. So, which later on became a heresy, but it was something that, as far as I know, a lot of Jews actually understood. That there's this plurality of God. And you see that other places in Judaism as well, or whatever you want to call, in regards to the Jewish traditions and all that. So yeah, just listening to this guy, Lutheran, and he's kind of, I think he's compromised. Oh, the Arabs have the true documents that hasn't been tainted or toyed around with and all that. Do they really? There couldn't be anything in regards to what Josephus wrote that might have been problematic for the Mohammedans, huh? I don't know. I can't remember the whole quotation and all that, but I would think that maybe there was something that the Mohammedans didn't like, and And maybe they corrupted the things and took out some things instead of actually saying, well, Josephus couldn't have written that. I think people don't give the credit to Josephus that he actually should get in regard to that. I think he might have been a crypto Christian in the sense that I think he actually knew. I think there's a possibility that he knew. I don't know, but it's hard to solidify and all that. But I think there's a possibility that Josephus actually knew that, like, think about it. The Messiah had to come before the temple was destroyed. Like, Josephus would be looking out, right? And it's like, okay, the temple is destroyed, the city was destroyed 70 AD and all that. So how many choices do we have in regards of the Messiah? Well, Bar Kokhba was failed and he came afterwards, so that's kind of take him away. So how many do we have before 70 AD that fulfills anything Messiah, messianic? Well, we have this this Jesus guy, right? That's pretty much the only guy there is of choices, whether the Jews like it or not, So, and then maybe Josephus knew that 40 years before the temple was destroyed, weird and strange things was happening in the temple. And I know we have at least 2 witnesses, Jewish sources, in regards to this, that they wrote down that, weird thing like the big doors opening up that needed multiple people actually to move and all that, and the candle would turn off, and the blood thing wouldn't turn white and all that. And in regards of the sheep and the goat, there was like a difference in regards to that as well. So yeah, and apparently I think it was Josephus also recording things where and voices was heard, and but I don't know if Josephus actually recalled the 40 years, but at least the Talmuds, the Babylonian Talmud and the Jerusalem Talmud testifies in regards of that there was weird and strange things going on in the temple for 40 years before it was destroyed. Now let's see here. 70 AD, 40 years backward. Oh, where did we hit? Oh, 30 AD. I wonder what could have happened 30 AD that changed things. Do anyone know of any event that might have happened in 30 AD around that time? Anyone? Like, it shouldn't really be that hard, right? So we have Daniel, we have the temple that being destroyed in 70 AD, we have strange things happening in the temple, and if we go backward, we hit into 30 AD, which is also in the 70 week of time. That's last 70 week of time is from, I think it's like 28 to 34, maybe it's 27 to 34. Oh, my brain's like, I think it's 28 to 34, that's 7 years, but it's like, seems like strange, like, let's see, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, no, it's 27 to 34. So 30 AD would of course be somewhat in the middle of that. And so yeah. So whether you go one direction or the other direction, So Josephus would have all these pieces, He would know, like he's like, writing book after book after book, on Jewish history and all that, and he knows a lot of stuff and all that. So of course he would know. He writes about Yaakov in regards to the brother of Jesus and all that, and as far as I know, he wrote more about Yaakov, the brother of Jesus, than Jesus himself, which is somewhat interesting. But anyway. But yeah, but he does give us some small, pieces again in regards to Jesus. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's a possibility that he might have known that who Jesus was, but kind of as the Jews, don't want to really proclaim, but know that this was a kind of a guy that kind of did things and all that, and yeah, he did miracles and in like, so yeah. So I think this nonsense in regards to the Arabs, we have the real version in Arabic. Or maybe they changed it. Maybe they are the ones that changed it. Maybe no one added to Josephus' words. Maybe Josephus just understood some things. Maybe. So at least I don't think I don't think there's any solidity to say that, oh, Josephus didn't write that. Someone inserted that. I don't think there's any solid evidence for that. It's just something, because the scholars are attacked and people are like, hating the truth that, Josephus couldn't ever, blah, 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 blah. Really? He couldn't? I think that's a possibility that he wrote it. So, but anyway, it's like my brain is not with me at the moment, but yeah, maybe I should put the quotations of Josephus on my webpage in the full extent. And not the chopped down version of the Mohammedans, which might not have liked what was there. Yeah, it's just a possibility. Oh well, we're getting some juice into the system. It's running 130 watts at the moment. And it's 13:17, so I guess it won't get much higher today, I guess. Not sure why, because the weather is pretty good, so I would actually have thought that actually would go a little higher than that, but okay. It's filling up the machine at the moment. There's still some hours. Oh, did we actually, I think this is, yep, that's fully charged. Let's charge the next battery as well. I will suck some battery out of the thing as well while doing it. Seems to have some problems with one of the batteries, but I thought it was totally dead. Apparently revived. It somewhat began to work again, but yeah, it seems to have some problems. Oh no. It's just incredible. You do things and then you're just automatically locked out. It's just ridiculous banking nonsense and all of that. And then you need to do all the things in regards of making a check and a check and a check, extra check, and like it's one bullshit game after another of checking who you are and blah blah. You gotta be kidding me. I could understand if there was something that would like be things would be doing weird things and all that. It's like I haven't done anything that is out of boundary or anything like that in regards of, are you kidding me? I just fixed a message, now they wanted to send me a message again. I don't know, maybe the guy that I talked to made it like further spurious. It was working pretty good, but I guess the Satanists are just everywhere and they try to do everything they can. Maybe it was a mistake to actually call them up. Maybe he actually fixed something on my account that made it extra, checking my this and checking my that and all that. It's like the tedious bullshit game of clicking and all that, but it's the only way pretty much to shop on the. I guess all the Satanists must be bankers, and be part of that banking system. It seems, It's disgusting. Okay, let's see here. I finally had the printer, was set it all up, and I got some printing and all that, and then the I pushed the button trying to get it to work, and then it began. It was beginning to work, and then I pushed it, and then it stopped. Like, oh, give me a break with the nonsense, right? An ongoing thing of madness. Yeah. It's tedious. Very, very tedious. Now let's try to do it again. Like that. And yep, I think that's good. Maybe I should actually just print it out as like to a PDF, because then I can just print it out. Let's just go with it. But hopefully it, so now it says it's printing, right? Then of course the printer apparently doesn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Finally. I have to be careful in regards to, like, if you push the button, it will just break the... Well, we'll see. It is said to be printing now. Yeah, it's like all the and the guy that was talking to at this PayPal nonsense, like he begins like, oh yeah, what is your phone number? What is your email? What is your name? How could I get your name again? It's like all this security bullshit. I'm like, I'm just calling media needed. What need media? Pull out the tray. Okay. Apparently has some problems in regards to the paper, apparently. There we go. And okay. Try again. One issue after another. Oh, seems to be happening. Anyway, so I was like, he's doing all this nonsense. I was like, I just need the information from a direct thing, Oh, that's the first paper. There's nothing on that, pretty much. I was like doing all the security nonsense, and then he wanted to like have me like say 6 numbers and this and that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, I just need to I just need the information in regards to how to send a direct transfer. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, in regards to this information, I could actually make a little slip for the wallet that I could maybe use. That would be pretty good. So, and like in madness, like blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. So, okay, let's see here. There we go. I guess we can fix it up over in the document thing here. Yeah, I guess we'll try that one. See if we can just make a small one instead. Så for at bruge oplysninger, de er nok de here, we'll just modtager. So if we could make like a very small piece of paper to just have in the wall or in the wallet, there we go. This one, I'll fix that to big letters. Okay, we can fix this in this one. I'm not sure that's actually. Just put that off here. Okay, modtager's not on. There we go. We can actually fix that, but this will probably be a little too big in regards of betalings bank. Oh, that's pretty. There we go. Well, we can keep it like modtagers registrerings-ID, yes. And there we go. Well, yeah. We just fix this. Okay. That one that's the longest one, pretty much. put this one up here. Yeah, it actually seems pretty good. I don't know if it could like Scandinavian. Maybe we could fix that here and fix that Copenhagen like that. That would be a little smaller at least. And yeah, see here, it's like I could write here max 7444 6.5 kroners, something of that nature, max. I will fix this into this one, yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. Start to print that out, see how that looks. And if I can like make it like a little snippet and I can have it in the wallet. Now maybe I can like make the text a little smaller or something like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's not that big. I don't know why, but there's a little... I'm not sure, but there's like a little thing here that kind of make a little more... if we can like copy that and maybe fix this one, then I can maybe like a little... There we go. I think that seems to be a little better maybe. So yeah, well, the world is mad. I wonder if I could like make a square around it. Not sure if that's possible in this application. It's pretty default pretty much. But yeah, printing it out, it doesn't look too bad, you know. Maybe okay, well, betalingsmodtagerbank. Of course, I could maybe. Let's see here if we can make it a little smaller in regards to things. Can't log on my. Can't go on. Go to din bank. I think that's pretty good in regards to cool. Go to your bank. Right, go to din bank. Max you. Følg bankens vejledning til at foretage en overførsel. Vejledning. And just fix that down. Vejledning til at foretage en overførsel. Okay, maybe that could be up there. No, that's going to be too big. Så for at bruge oplysningerne. Agtigt som det vises her. Okay. Så for at bruge oplysningerne nøjagtigt som det vises her. Okay, we could actually make like a line underneath it or something. No, wait. Oh, it's just... There we go. Så for at bruge oplysninger, det vises her. Okay. Modtagers navn. Great. Betalingsbank. I guess next linje. Okay, Copenhagen, modtagerregistration. Betalingsmodtagers bank. Så laver en modtagers registration. Overførsel ID. Great. sørg for at bruge oplysninger. See here. See if I can like rephrase that. Nøjagtige oplysninger. Bruges her. Og sørg for at sørg for at disse oplysninger er nøjagtige. Let's put see here. That makes it a little smaller at least. It should be able to be understood instead of this other thing. Sørg for at disse oplysninger er nøjagtige. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Oh, oops. So yeah, let's print it out and see if I can maybe make a little thing where it's like for the wallet. It's just kind of tedious because of this mad world of madness, but yeah, it won't be too big if I'll just fix it as some of this stiff thing and all that, and try to see if it actually works down the bank. And it's quick. It's really quick to print out. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little smaller for sure. That I think will do pretty good. And the person should be able to read, I think. Yeah. So I just need the heat machine thing, and then and then chop it off and all that, and yeah, it's a little shorter. We'll try it out. Get the machine out. Guess we can also actually already chop it off, I guess. Yes, we also need to actually do that. Oh, that's my fatness. My fatness. See here. Got this wonderful thing here. Let's chop it up here. Would be nice if it actually was the size of a credit card. Well, I guess I can fix that afterwards. See if we can make it small, and then we can always see if we can fit it as a credit card. I think it's actually will work out. Doesn't seem to be that big. So if we can just make it into a size of credit card pretty much, then it fits perfectly in my wallet, and I can use that for the future. That would be nice. Although I really think that PayPal absolutely, the service and regardless, the whole thing of the banks and all that is ridiculous these days. But hey, if I can get that sorted out, at least that will be one more thing that is sorted out. And then I just need to test if it works. And if it works, then I will have this, at least that thing sorted. So far so good, I guess. I'll just fix it in the middle, I guess. There we go. And then we can use a scissor afterwards and see if, again, we can make it the size of a credit card, and then it fits pretty much in the wallet, I think. So usually this one takes a little time to heat up, so that will take a little time. Yeah, so far so good. When did they actually close on? I can't remember. They're actually closing on. Oh, give me a break. They take side in regards of in the conflict of things and all that. I'm like, like, are they? It's like, do they like? Are they not like, whether why do they take sides? They are just to rent apartments, right? They push the vaccines, and they like, I don't, in regards of standing on one side or the other side, but isn't that, why does the thing that renting takes sides in one side or another? Why do it just? It doesn't matter if it's like, it just seems like if there's Russians like living in this, building complex, they might get kind of, it's like, it just seems wrong, even if it was Russian that invaded Ukraine, right? It just still seems like, why are they even like, why a company that rents, things taking side? Like, it's the same thing with the banks as well. It's like, just do bank things, right? Kind of get some people that actually knows, what they, of course they don't know anything. Like, it's just, usually it's just incompetence all around, I can't even find when, I know I have like when they close and this and that. Just getting sick and tired of this world. Had enough. Had enough of this stinking world. Had enough of pain and suffering and all that. It's an evil, stinking world, And people are just following along. That's the worst part, I guess. People are like, let's just go, let's just move on, There's a lot of Satanists in this world for sure, I can't even find, maybe it was the other browser I had, there we go. Okay, they close in 20 minutes. I probably don't, it's 20 minutes, that's probably too, well. I don't get it, calling PayPal and all that to get the information, and it's like, well, couldn't even help me with that, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what can you even, can you even figure out anything, They're just totally incompetent. All they're gaslighting you, because you didn't take the digital bullshit idea of, further control madness. Now, anyone that doesn't take my idea for thing, as they call it, they always want to call things beautiful things, right? So it's easy to digestible, But anyone who takes it doing evil to the next generation, because we're losing our freedom, we're losing more and more and more. So, and the next step, of course, is in regards of the EID, the European ID, the Roman bullshit thing and all that. I should probably have fixed this a little further down. I probably also should have actually made it heat up a little more. But anyway, it's okay. It's not too bad. There we go. Yeah, that's just late. It was at first in the beginning that it made, but I should have fixed it further down the line, so, because it became a little better when it went down. So, anyway, so we can pretty much fix it in a credit card style. Let's just take a little here off. And a little off here. And then just pretty much put a credit card on top of it. And then fix it out. I don't know if it can. Maybe I can. I can't remember if that's a good idea, but let's try. So just give it another go. Might not be a good idea, but let's try to see if we can just get it to a little further eating process. But yeah, even if it says it's ready and all that, I should have waited a little more. Let's see here the second time that it runs through here. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. Even if I would have thought that maybe the second time would have done something bad, but yeah, it's actually, it did okay. So, so far so good. Not even sure if I can use that other thing anymore, because that was for the internet as far as I recall in regards to the swimming thing. You had this beep thing, and I'm not sure if I can even put money on that anymore. I think that was, I can't even remember how that was done, Yeah. It's just getting more and more complicated. Like, was that easy to just, pay a guy with physical, everything apparently needs to be digital. And you can talk to an AI, They can censor you and do all the evil stuff and all the. Let's take that out. Doesn't seem to have used much energy apparently. Let's turn this off so printer's turned off. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. And we'll just thing is, we have this. I made this one. That was for the swimming, but I'm not sure if that's the same as the credit card size. Maybe it is. Maybe a sort of. Yeah, it's a madhouse here. That's pretty much the size of a credit card, and then it fits in the wallet. Yeah, I'm not sure if this actually works anymore in regards of the swimming hole thing, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not even sure. It's now I used time on it, and apparently I used it on both sides. They have this QR code and all that, and then you would just fix it. But I'm not even sure it's worth anything anymore. So yeah. So let's see here if we can turn it around here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, decent. Let's take a credit card. Put it right around the middle here. Something it doesn't need to be totally precise, and who knows how long it actually works, right? Because at some point they will say, oh, you can't do that any longer because this is a tyrannic world and we need the full control, and you need to take the mark. Or you need to, what do you call it? You need to do what we want to do. And if you don't want to follow along with us in regards of our tyrannic Roman bullshit, then you can't do anything. You can't buy and sell. It's interesting, right? Because people talking about the mark of the beast and all that, and some will, there's ideas, absolutely ridiculous ideas that it's like the thing that, that have been the last couple of years that we can't talk about on YouTube, because if we talk about that, we're going to get censored, right? So had a good amount of videos being censored in regard to that, because we can't have anyone warning anyone about the madness that is going on in the world, right? That'll be terrible. To actually help other people to so they don't get killed. Yeah, that's just the world, right? The evil world. Anyway, but it's interesting because, you know, that really didn't do what it kind of says, right, in regards of the Bible and all that. But in regards to this digital thing, in regards of that, actually I can't buy on the internet anymore, you know. So look at that. Looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but hey, let's see if it works in the wallet, you know. Maybe I need to cut a little off. No, it seems to be fitting pretty good, you know. Yeah, again, it doesn't need to be perfect, right? It just needs to be there until it doesn't work anymore. At some point it will not work, probably, because they will have removed the possibility again, because, but yeah, if you don't, you know, in regards to the digital nonsense that they fixed and all that, and further is promoting, and we're going into the EID in regards to the EU ID and all that, which they probably will just do automatically when you have accepted this other ID thing and all that. But yeah, we're selling our children to the devil pretty much. I'm not sure if I should make it a little smaller. Nah, it's probably okay. And then this one down here, yeah. Okay. So we can put this, I guess, up here. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure why I have these in regards of, because I have travel insurance and all that, you know. That should pretty much also have been fixed in. Sure if they're worth anything anymore. It probably needs to be. I never really have, you know, sorted out what I really get out of that, really. So, but anyway, I have the swimming, and we have the. Actually, this should probably be at the credit card thing. So let's put that up there. So we have it in the section of the credit card. And where is my credit card? That's a good question. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the wallet has some issues apparently. It's like it's sinking further down than it should. It's an old wallet, I guess. Guess over 20 years, I guess. More than 20 years, I guess. Pretty much been a lifelong wallet, you know. So we have the swimming, we have the car thing, we have the health, so-called health sickness card, or whatever you want to call it. And then we have, there we go, we have the bank thing here. Wonderful. And it seems to be fitting pretty good. Awesome. So now we have the information, and I have the information with it, and as far as I know, how much I can, I don't know, in regards to calling them up. Of course, I could be, you know, hopefully maybe talk to someone that knows further details than the other guy, but as far as I know, it's like 7,446.5 kroners that you can do. But yeah, the last guy I talked to from PayPal was absolutely incompetent, you know. So, like, I can't believe that you could find such incompetence, you know. That's like incredible. It's like most of the times that when you talk to people, it's like total incompetence. Yeah, I guess I don't need this anymore. Great, so far so good. So now we're ready for I don't even know if there's any money in the bank, but okay, let's see here. We have this one. We can destroy this one. So, well, I guess if people want to transfer money to my account, I guess that could be, whatever. So I guess it's not really a problem in regards to this, if the information got out. So yeah. Anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, here we have how to do it. Maybe I should keep this. This is the full thing, so I just have it if they have issues. I think they will do pretty good, even if they have coffee at the bank, although it's terrible coffee. I don't know, like absolutely terrible coffee. So I'm not sure what that is about, but it's free, so you can just, I think I got like 3 or 4 cups last time I was there. Because he was so slow, he was incredible slow. I mean, I should fix in regards of the. We should try to call them up in regards of a. Okay, but yeah, there we go. Great. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I should probably get an account at that place or try it out, see if I can get access to my bank and how it actually looks. As far as I know, this is the only bank where it's actually possible. Let's see here. Let's see here. That's probably. Of course, the mobile getting hot, like for no reason. Really, But apparently that's not changed in like 7 years or whenever the LG V20 came out. Okay, well that's a problem because of the number hasn't changed. I haven't changed. No, I need to do that. Something I need to test as well. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. Of course, I guess I need to then have the other. It's not so clear, guys, but okay, I guess it's turned on. although it's like 4G. There's no need for 4G now that I don't have any. Oh yeah, and then I need to get because apparently the Bauer have issues in regards of it's like complicated as well in regards of getting fuel for the phone, so I need to sort that out as well. I need to call those and see if I can try to send the information. I don't know why they didn't. I also tried to call them up beforehand, but that didn't work either. So I guess I'll try again. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, someone has sent me a message. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what we have. Do you disagree with me? Disagree with what? It's like, do you disagree with me? Like, apparently some woman like saying that her hair is blonde. You don't have blonde hair, like, I don't know if she's, are you not good? Are you? You know what blonde is? You know, it's like, do you disagree with me? Yes, I disagree. You're gonna be kidding me. Like, that's a typical, right? Do you disagree with me? Duh. It's like, how can a woman, I guess, women are just totally delusional usually, That's clearly not blonde, it's like, she has some long hair, right? That's, and she's written, she has blue eyes and blonde hair. Like, blonde hair? Like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, look at, like, blonde, it's just the drama. It's like, I can't handle it. It's like, I've just, like, if you search on blonde hair on Google, right, you get blonde hair, you just blonde, like, I have white hair, right? I guess maybe we would call that blonde as well. But yeah, like, it's white, when you have blonde hair, it's white. It's not white, it's more brownish, the hair that she has. Like, blonde hair, like, it's like incredible, delusional. It's like typical, it's like, women, like, of course she's doing yoga as well, and she's on a Christian website. What is yoga? That's Hinduism. I guess that account was deleted. Oh well, I have an ad blocker, so what? Like, it's like incredible, right? People can't run a website without needing money for it. Like, are you seriously, no, there's so much traffic of a standard web page, or what? Give me a break, Like, this is incredible. But yeah, everybody wants money on the internet. Like, everybody, it's like, has to be lots of ads and this and that, and just like, it was like a community and freedom. And Daryl F. Eberhard has written to me. apparently. Okay. Vatican Rising, the Seduction of Christianity and the Triumph of Rome by Darkijah-Anders. Available in VHS tape format or in DVD format. Released 20 years ago in 2004, being just as relevant today as when it was released. This video presentation by Darkijah-Anders exposes many of the so-called Protestants and evangelicals or evangelibellies was compromised with papal Rome. Mars exposes the apostasy of men such as Billy Graham, Dr. Robert Schuller, Jack Van Impe, and Dr. Jerry Falwell, and several other men, some of whom I believe are still living today. Mars details these men, this startling betrayal of biblical Christianity. That's a new word, I think, for me. Mars details these men's startling betrayal of biblical Christianity. To order copies of this well-researched video presentation, please call Power Prophecy at 1-800-234-9673. Please specify VHS type format or DVD format when ordering. So you can still get a VHS tape. Okay. I'm thinking like you can't see it on YouTube or something like that. Okay, let's see here. Seduction of Christianity. No, apparently. Maybe it's not out on the internet. It's just getting worse and worse and worse, and well, in regards to all the Roman nonsense. That's something in regards of here. Let's see what this is. No, apparently not. Oh, what is this? Some different videos, I guess, on this page, but yeah, I guess he's selling it on. Oh, that's BitChute has it apparently. Interesting. Yeah, it was one of the videos that they actually stopped selling in regards of the penis thing, in regards to the needle, whatever. And I actually did find it on YouTube. That's a thing, right? When they stop. Yeah, I do wonder in regards of. I'm not sure if I've seen this. Maybe I have. Okay. Hi there. Well, I guess me. Right there. You know. Because I have rejected this my incredible. What was that called? Oh, there we go with the spraying, whatever. Hopefully it won't ruin the sky, but you know, it tends to do that. What is it called? Stand up. And what's like the call? Okay, let's see here. Oh, we also need to see if we can make the thing. What was that? That was like a HTML thing. Maybe that's not a HTML thing here. I don't get it. What's the HTML? Oh no. Oh no. Did I just lose my message? Oh, it's there. It's incredible. No, actually, it didn't save everything. Oh, give me a break. But it didn't lose it all. But there should be a feature where it, like, makes it into HTML, but it's incredible. I just pushed this thing here and it jumped up, and then it removes it in the background. Like why? I hate the computing. There's just so much nonsense these days in regards to computing, you know. So compose. I found a way in the past how to make it like a HTML thing, and apparently I just forgot how to do. I don't know. I can't find it. I pushed something in regards of, but oh, there. You gotta be why are they hiding features like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe I can open things that I've closed down in regards to history. Maybe I can save it like that. Let's see here. Recent tabs, recent device, do the run, Facebook, plant history. I don't know if it can actually. No, I don't think, sadly. Reopen. Can I like reopen the last window that I kind of nope. So I did lose a lot of the information at least, but so apparently you need to push this. I was like, where is it, Apparently, like, so total rubbish. I just wrote all that information and lost it. Like, it's the computing thing, right? You lose information all the time because of that absolute rubbish, It just doesn't make any sense. Like, how in the world? It's like computing are acting like you wouldn't, like you don't. It's just sickness everywhere. Here we have advertising. Apparently this browser apparently didn't, So here we go with advertising. Because that's just where we are, right? Everybody wants, I can't, there's no video on this webpage. There's some pictures. That shouldn't really take much effort at all. In regards to the system, we had like Skype in the past, and you could pretty much search on, if you wanted to search on women, you could find the women from all over the world. in regards of the age, and if they wanted to provide it, the gender. You could even, I think you could put images, I'm not entirely sure, but you have the whole phone book of information and details. But then, of course, the Danish guy sold it to Microsoft, and then it went downhill from there. He just gave the finger for all of those people supporting him, making it popular, spreading the. But that's the typical thing, right? When something gets popular, then what do? They either sell it, ruin it, or like the other was like WhatsApp, right? Selling it to Facebook. Yeah. It's just a standard thing that they corrupt. The Telegram, nice in the beginning, and then you could see, okay, this is going to go downhill and all that, and it did. There's lots of censorship and all that nonsense. Yeah, that's how it is. Wicked world. No one can make anything apparently, and then just share it with other people. No. Yeah. But the idea is that they make some. It's the same with Facebook, and actually it is also in the movie. In the beginning they don't want like no advertising or anything like that because they don't wanna. They don't wanna. They want to have people come to the platform, and then when the thing is rolling and everybody knows it and all that, then they begin to do all the depravity and evil work and all that. Because now they have the people, and people are using it. They have become accustomed to it and all that. It's sad. It's like a trap. They trap you. It's very disgusting. I'm really sad that I should actually be angry at myself for being trapped with this bullshit for so many years, like 20 years or something like that. All the energy that one could have used on other things. Yeah. Pretty much my whole diary is on it, for the last many, many years, but I'm not sure how much worth it really is. There's some good information for sure, but when you sum things up and all that, the rest becomes less of an issue. But yeah. So yeah, they're closed now. I guess I'll maybe get it tomorrow. And now I got the bank thing in the wallet, so if there's any money on the bank account, which again I have no idea. I'm not even sure the rent is paid. It's interesting because apparently they stopped my resources. Because I didn't fix my new address, and of course the police is also after me to get me, because a restraining order against the woman I never met. Yeah, that's the level that the police are working with these days. I didn't really believe the Me Too nonsense and all that, but lo and behold, here we go. Apparently. Like you're listening to all these stories from men and all that. Of course, I should have trusted these men. Yeah, it's like, but it sounded like a little like far out. So they did what, and this happened and that happened and all that, and I was like, okay, it seems a little over, But yeah, there you go, just contacting a woman, and then she goes to the police, and they take it seriously. It's just ridiculous. It's kind of it's a mad world. What can you really do these days? It just nothing makes any sense anymore. It's like one mad thing after another. It's like it's just whatever. So, but anyway, I don't have any. I don't know what my account in regards to they stopped. I think they stopped my resources on that. I called them up and it's like, well, you're disappeared. Like disappeared. I'm right here in the phone, right? Yeah, but we can't do any. I was like, so because I'm kind of, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, anyway. So yeah. Of course, in regards to this moving around, in regards to the apartments, we shouldn't have moved around. I still remember the day when we have voted on it, right? Because we voted in regards to my other apartment, and what did it become? A no. But the bullshit, this madness. Don't take no as a no because they're criminals. So yeah, I need to write them back as well because apparently they took the anyway. But I guess they're just criminals. Well, they have multiple things that is, right? Like, what is it called? What do you call it? Like it's fitting? It's fitting? It's fitting, it's fitting? Looks like there's like twins, this. It's interesting, right? Because like there's a Danish guy, right? And you have I guess a mother from what do you call it? And most of the children actually look Danish, And then they have a little of the feature of the mother, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, and 4 of them looks pretty, wide and yeah. You have the last one looks more like her mother in regards to dark hair and all that, and more of the skin color of the mother. So, I do wonder, like, if it's, if she's the mother for all 5, then it's kind of or maybe the Danish guy had another wife before that. I don't know. Nah, because there is some characteristics that seems to, go from the mother over to the. Okay. Anyway, a Philippine, I think it's called, right? A Philippine. But yeah, the 4 children at least doesn't look Philippine, and I'm just not into Philippines in regards of that's not my preferred. I like blondes, long hair, blue eyes, but most of those kind of women are just absolutely crazy, like Delulu, delusional, playing the whore, murdering their children, and hate men. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so I need to write back in regards to that. Well, anyway, we had this video that he sent me. Well, in regards to Texamars and Power of Prophecy. I wonder if it's actually on Bridian, but of course you can't even post videos on, both on Twitter and on Facebook. You can't put Bridian videos on the platform. That's how disgusting the platform of Facebook is, and Twitter for that matter. So that's two. They control everything. It's like, it's disgusting. But of course, you could just stop using it. The problem is there's so many people that use like Facebook, and of course, in regards of Facebook, I don't get I don't get any outreach, anyway, pretty much. Um, because if it's not Facebook that is censoring you, it's people that censors you. So a lot of people, a lot of Christians that talks a lot of truth and all that seems to have been totally cut off. They just they don't get, they're just closed in. There's no possibility in regards of speaking. So the question is, what is the to get my forum, of course, having your own website, at least so far so good. They can't, they don't, they would need to ban the domain. Of course they can do that as well these days, right? So that's not even safe. So what is even safe, just in regards to that? I did buy a domain that was set to go on the, not a dark web, but kind of a, another kind of web, and I bought the domain for life and all that, but it's kind of, I had problems in regards of, you needed things to actually get on it, and it didn't really work. It would have been nice to just have a possibility to have a, but then again, how many people would actually be able to figure it out? If I can't even figure out how to contact my domain, how would other people actually do it? But it was like, the idea is that the government was not able to stop it. I want in regards to the dark web, if I could actually put my website, I don't know much about dark web and all that, lots of evil things goes on the dark web and all that, but I do wonder if I could actually fix my Jesus God website up there. Could have been interesting. But then again, is there a search thing on dark web or anything? I really don't know. But all these things, it just takes time, and it shouldn't be necessary. It shouldn't. The thing is, it shouldn't be necessary. But these criminals, which are the so-called government and authorities and all these, what do you call it? The FBI, the CIA, and the PT in Denmark and all that, and the police, all these bullshitters and evil workers of iniquity, they kind of, they do anything to yeah. Governments are evil, that's just a standard thing. Governments are full of disgusting, filthy evil. They work for the devil, clearly. I wonder how old she is. She looks pretty cute, Yeah, that's like incredible. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if she ever responds, Might not, might be a fake profile as well, although I don't think so. Looks pretty legit, although there's not that many. Seems to be a Christian, Yeah. Apparently having I think she's like twins, Might be twins. Of course, it could just be a fake profile. There's always the possibility of that. Well, let's just add it, Let's see if that goes. Well, I guess I can always get the police after me, right? For, seeking out women and all that, what terrible thing to just... Yeah, anyway, it's just... It's just a mad world. Oh, crazy, crazy world. Oh, that's it. That's the Ja.
Nu har jeg renset det her skidt og skram i 35 år. Der er ved at falde kamera i dag. Gammel idiot. Og ved I hvad? Jeg har været med lige på starten af. Det gør vi ikke kunne sælge. Koster de islandske det kom til Danmark. Hvis der er nogen, der påstår, at de har solgt en god islandsk stemme over i 10 år, så ved jeg, at de kunne have holdt. Kæft noget lort. Det kan godt være, at det er bedre end det sidste år. Jeg skal ikke udtale mig om det. Jeg holder mig til det der herhjemme. Så må I selv jeres skram. Spis det islandske stemmeovn, eventuelt noget, der hører til. I Ankerborg kunne være et godt alternativ. Har I det ved siden af, så er det et komplet måltid for folk uden smagsøj. Giv den gas. Man kan jo leve af det, selvom man er på Island, og det er noget gammelt skram. Man dør ikke af det, men man kan spise det. Kom ud og få noget mælk bare, ikke? Helt til Aarhus. God weekend.
Well, yeah. Kind of. I guess it's not totally advertising. It's you know, on the buffing information and all that from. This is not. I actually found a USB that actually can do 5 amps. You know, but you still need to have like need to convert it. It's not going to. Why is it that nearly no one does 12 volts 5 amps? But anyway, I found one, but again it's like from 230 volts down to, and it looks like a pretty big brick. It's like nearly the same size, I guess, as the one that I had. You know, at least it seems pretty big. Yeah, but it does 5 amps. So again, it is something. Apparently, you know, 5 amps. Let's see here. 3 amps, 3 amps, 5 amps, 5 amps, 5 amps, 5 amps. So I have like 10 from 10 volts and upward that actually do up to 5 amps. That's interesting. That's pretty nice, you know. But sadly, it's you still need from 230 volts over to, so it's kind of doesn't make any sense to. It would need to have kind of a battery that does it, you know. Maybe there's no batteries that does it. I got a battery with 12 volts. Or is it a battery with USB-C 12 volts, 5 amps? There must be, come on, there must be something, you know. I was like, there must be someone that makes something of that nature. It's the typical thing, right? See here. Oh, here we have 3 amps, 3 amps, 3 amps. Yeah, 3 amps, right? Like, everybody does 3 amps. Why only 3? Like, it's possible to do 5 amps. So don't give me that ridiculous nonsense. Is there a way I can supply 12 volts 4 amps with a USB-C PD? The best bet would be, yeah, that's a trigger thing again. Let's just give me a battery that can do it, right? He says 12 volts is limited to 3 amps on the old profile. There might be 12 volts, 5 amps on the profile 5 if you have an older charger. I'm not sure. We needed the power delivery person to chime. Yeah, well, that's 5 volts clearly. So we know that 5 volts exists, so don't give me the bullshit, you know. It's like incredible. Why is it so hard to get what you want, or what you want? Yeah, what you want. Type C 12 volt. Oh, I need to stand up a little. Have some water. Maybe some of the, the yeah, I don't think so. There would probably be less in regards to it, in regards to some of the car USB-Cs and all that. Probably less chance to have anything in regards to 12 volts. Just sickening. Oh, in regards to that, what was that called? Maybe they do some special stuff and all that. Let's see. Oh, can't remember the name. Nomad 50. Okay, Nomad. Let's see if we can find the Nomad 50. They like make this Gold Zero. Okay, they're called Gold Zero. So let's see Gold Zero, and let's see if we can find the power bank. Oh, look, this one. I lost it. It was sad to see that go 3 amps, 3 amps, 3 amps. Okay, this one is the big one. Well, this is the old one actually. I guess they don't have the new one on the webpage apparently. What's that? That's and that's the old one. So they don't have the new one on their webpage, you know. And they only have the old one on their webpage. Like, give me a break, you know. I seem to only have the old one on their webpage. Like, like why wouldn't you have up to, well, I guess this is maybe it's the European thing, you know. Maybe it's because it's the Danish thing, because stop saying I'm from Denmark. I don't, just give me like English, United Kingdom. Stop with all the bullshit of all these different cookies. Just stop with the bullshit. I don't want to do the clicking game. It's the clicking game, like click, all these extra click for what? Because the internet has been absolutely become disgusting. Anyway, goals here, sure. Yeah. Oh, that's a manual. I remember that's like. I think this is the new version. Why wouldn't they update that? Oh, give me a break. It's just pop up after 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 pop. It just continues. Why am I even on the internet? You know. Is this disgusting, filthy? Okay, here we go. Finally found some information. But it doesn't really tell me if it does 12 volts, 5 amps. Like Gold Zero might, maybe, but yeah, well, whatever. Oh, there was like someone talking about, what was that for a machine? I think I took a screenshot of it actually. It was actually also pretty nice overall, and it seems to have images. Let's see here. No, it's the wrong way. Didn't I take a screenshot of it? Maybe I didn't. I thought I took a screenshot of it. No. And I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of it, but maybe it's in the downloads. Maybe it's like a picture. Maybe I clicked on it or something like that. I don't think so. Yeah, there was someone having, maybe it was it on the mobile? Good question. Might have been on the mobile, I guess, then. That was actually a pretty nice machine with like an Anderson plug. Oh yeah, the problem was that it's like English or American plugs in regards to the voltage, but maybe they had a version from the European. I can't remember which company it was and all that. So. I should just post this thing I found on BitChute. Oh, maybe I should see it before I actually post it. Anyway, I think I'll go. May Jehovah be with you and Yeshua most precious pearl. And the spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one.